it seems like every time I open the Bible, I find something else that Joseph Smith copied into the Book of Mormon. Today, it's Hebrews 11. Verse 1 starts, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." And as one who was forced to read Ether 12 every day for 2 months on mission, I instantly thought that this sounded exactly like Ether 12. But it gets better. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed. By faith, Abel offered unto God a more excellent sacrifice. By faith, Enoch was translated. By faith, Noah being warned of God. By faith, Abraham. By faith, he sojourned. By faith, by faith, by faith, by faith. And it is a list of dozens of stories of biblical figures and the great things that they did through faith. Exactly like the entire chapter of Ether 12. It's telling us over and over again the great people who did great things by faith. Just look at this comparison. Here's Hebrews 11, all these stories of faith, by faith, by faith, by faith, all these people. It even goes to the next page. And there's one little outlier in the negative, but without faith. Now we look over here at Ether 12, and this is almost an exact quote of Hebrews 11:1, "Faith is things which are hoped for and not seen." Then all these stories, "For it's by faith, for it's by faith, behold, it was by faith, by faith, by faith." And again, there's one little outlier in the negative, "For if there be no faith," exactly like Hebrews 11:6. Now, we all remember Ether 12:27 that says, "I give unto men weakness that they may be humble, and if they humble themselves before God, then I will make weak things strong." Well, he got that from verse 34. Out of weakness we're made strong. Now, it's funny because I got to this verse because Joseph mentioned that this was explaining baptisms for the dead. He said that verse 40 says, "God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect," claiming that all these people listed in this chapter could not be made perfect without us doing the proxy baptisms for them, like including Moses and Noah and Abraham and all these people. Is that what he was claiming, that they could not be made perfect without us? I mean, unfortunately, he was reading the King James Bible, which is one of the worst translations, because if you go to the original Greek, that verse actually says something more like that they together with us will be made perfect, meaning that their stories of faith inspire us so that together we are all made perfect. And then I, of course, couldn't help but start reading the beginning of the next chapter, which immediately starts, "Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us." Alma 7:15, my favorite baptism invitation. So if you're anything like me and you are taking notes on what chapters of the Book of Mormon were copied from other specific books, Ether 12 definitely came from Hebrews 11.